last night in Beverly Hills, and we have all the details. I'm Gabby Conti.
I'm Kaylana Lari.
I'm Jana Rosenberg, and this is the Hollywire Tea Party. Sorry, you guys. Oh my gosh, I almost just hiccuped on camera. This is the Hollywire Tea Party. We are spilling all the tea always. Last night, the D'Amelio sisters were seemingly on a double date with Noah Beck and Chase Hudson. They say they're not dating, but then they're spending all this time together. So let's get into it. Our two favorite non-couples just enjoyed a non-date over dinner at Il Paseo in Beverly Hills, where they were mobbed by fans after their meal. Charli D'Amelio and her ex, Chase Hudson, were joined by Dixie D'Amelio and her bestie. She kissed in her music video with Noah Beck. Both D'Amelio sisters have denied that anything is going on between them and these TikTok stars, but fans are not 100% convinced. The last time we saw this foursome hanging out on a beach day, they were hanging out on a beach day. Charli told paparazzi before that Chase is just a friend and we should normalize exes being friends. And Dixie just keeps shutting down rumors that she and Noah Beck are anything more than friends, even saying that their on-camera kiss was uncomfortable, while Noah said he was comfortable. Speak for yourself. That's the tea. I just feel like this is so fun for them. Like, I don't understand why, like, Chase and Charli, I kind of get it's a little bit complicated, but like Noah and Dixie seem like they're having the best time. They get to do a music video together that just broke the internet. They seem like they have really good chemistry. Like, I don't know. And I think it's super fun for the sisters to have guys that they can hang out with and go out with, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They definitely attract a ton of attention, though. I mean, the four of them, each individually, are such superstars on their own, but the four of them spotted together at El Paseo, which is such a celebrity hotspot. I mean, Justin Bieber's seen there a lot. It is actually around the corner from our studio where we're reporting to you live from. But so it is crazy. And this video, I mean, I was, yes, of course, not like shocked to see this foursome together again. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of them because of that star power that they have together, that TikTok star power. But I was more shocked to see how the fans were literally like mobbing these people, and the fans are like very young. They're maybe, it's like, where are their parents, first of all?
I know. I got like nervous about that too. I was like, I get nervous for them because it's just a lot of people to handle, you know, at such a young age. So it's kind of scary.
Yeah. And especially just being out at dinner, you know, you're just chilling with your friends or whatnot. And just having all these people come up to you, I don't know, like it was so hectic, and just watching it gave me anxiety. Like I don't know what I would do in that situation. Like I would freak out, but I think they handled it so well, and they're so kind and genuine with their fans. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, each of them was like really determined, it felt like, to make sure every single fan got a signature, got a TikTok with them, a picture with them, which is probably why so many fans show up when any of them are out and about. And then, yeah, of course, like with the pandemic and outdoor seating in Los Angeles, while it is definitely, you know, safer, at the same time, yeah, it does create, I mean, now more than before, fans can literally see the stars eating dinner, where before they'd have to wait outside until they came back out after enjoying a meal. So I could see that being like really stressful for the celebrities as well, of having to deal with that. And I'm just curious about how that'll be handled, but they did handle it very well. And I mean, I personally was excited to see these four together, and I think we will be seeing more of them.
Yeah, I feel like it must be kind of tough for the restaurants like Il Paseo, Boa, Saddle Ranch. I feel like we're always seeing them having to be like, okay, you guys, like, you can't have cameras here, you can't film here, you can film all the way over there, but then you're gonna have to zoom in. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like the restaurants soon are gonna get kind of like overwhelmed with this. Also, last night, I don't know if you guys watched the paparazzi video, like, so many kids ended up just like mobbing the dinner table, like next to another group of people that like probably wanted nothing to do with that. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like the kids like went in the dinner table, and then they're like, okay, we have to get up and go outside. It's just becoming kind of crazy. You know what I mean? And especially like it's wild because these two non-couples that want to be a couple of besties, and only that, it's like, you guys are going to the hottest spots in Hollywood. You know what I mean? And you're on a double date, and like fans are going to find you there. If the Hollywood Fix can find you, all of those fans are going to find you.
And they're going to places where they can be seen. I mean, El Paseo is on the street. It's like right on, like in the Beverly Hills area, very, very pedestrian area. A lot of people walking by, a lot of cars driving by. But then you think of another place where we're seeing, like, you know, Craig's. I was recently there at dinner like a couple of weeks ago, and they have a much more outdoor but secluded dining area where the paparazzi can't really be inside. And so I wonder about this when TikTok stars like Chase and Charli and Dixie and Noah are opting to go to a place like El Paseo or Saddle Ranch. I mean, it's like they are consciously deciding to go to a restaurant to be seen, to show that they are dining together, which makes me think that as much as Charli, Chase, and Noah, and Dixie are going to deny that they're dating each other, I mean, they really are creating these photo ops that make it look like they're more than just friends.
100%. And I mean, again, you know, we'll get more into it, but it's like, I get why Charli and Chase are a little more silent. It's like they had their relationship, they had all the drama. But Dixie and Noah just keep feeding this rumor. And if they're mad about people asking about it, I'm like, maybe stop hanging out so much, you know? I don't know. That's my hot take.
Yeah.
Well, the Hollywood Fix caught these two non-couples at dinner the other night in Beverly Hills. And even if this double date was intended to be romantic, any ounce of ambiance was trampled by a mob of preteens who took over their dinner, asking for pictures and TikToks. In Hollywood Fix's video, you can even see that the fans went over the glass separating the pedestrians from the diners and were hanging out at the TikTok stars table, trying to get pictures of these four stars. The staff at the restaurant was trying their best to get these kids away from the customers who are flooding this otherwise fancy Beverly Hills eatery. A fan even helped escort Noah Beck away from the restaurant so fans could take pictures with him without interrupting the customers. I mean, watching this video, I felt like all of these TikTokers were like camp counselors almost, like ushering the fans to be like, okay, guys, like if you want to take a picture, like let's do it over here. So yeah, it was definitely mayhem at that restaurant last night.
It was wild. And Il Pastel is like a very nice restaurant in Beverly Hills, like very fancy, very nice. Like you're going there, like if you're a regular person, you're going there to celebrate like a birthday or an anniversary. You know what I mean? It's not like your every night like go to, which I know these TikTok stars and celebrities make it that way, but I'm just saying for the average human, it's not. So if I'm sitting there and getting mobbed, I'm kind of like, okay, whoa, like what the heck is going on? Makes me wonder, like, what are these mom and dads next to these tables are probably like, what is happening? Who are these kids? Like, this is crazy. You don't even see this happen to like Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. They frequent Il Paseo. And I mean, they're obviously a lot more secretive. They do not put their locations out there and whatnot, but even that, I just feel like there's such a different etiquette. Like these TikTok stars have truly just redefined what paparazzi and how they deal with fans and mobs of fans is like. So it's just so crazy. But even, you know, Charli D'Amelio talking to paparazzi, obviously we're going to get into this, but she threw some shade at Griffin Johnson and she just like wasn't afraid to do it. And I like loved her for it.
The best
I think that's one of the main things that I really respect about the D'Amelio sisters. They're so real and like just straight up and honest. Like even Dixie's savage sometimes.
She's savage.
So I think that's just one thing that I really like do appreciate about them.
Totally. I feel like if Kaylana was a famous TikTok star and dealing with paparazzi, you would be the same way. I could just see it, you know, but yeah, like Charli and Dixie really they just say it like it is, you know, like I guess Charli was asked about Griffin's diss track, which, you know, in the next part of our story here, we're going to get into more details, but she clapped back. Mm-hmm. She was like, not afraid.
She was not afraid. And Dixie also was asked about it. And the way that she was so dismissive of it, it was almost like the D'Amelios were making fun of Griffin in a way that took so much less effort than Griffin did by making the diss track, unfollowing Dixie on Instagram. Like Griffin's making this huge scene and the D'Amelios are like so unbothered, but at the same time are putting him in his place, which I think is just like so cool and also just so inspiring for young women that are following them and are having their own drama with their exes in their life, which is less public probably.
Totally.
Yeah, it's most definitely like not saying he wants the attention from it, but he wants a reaction from them. And like Dixie's just not going to give that to him because she knows that's what he wants.
Right. He wants a reaction. He also wants a lot of views on his video, which I think the last time I checked, there was more views on like like there's probably more views on this paparazzi video of Charli clapping back at Griffin than there is on Griffin's diss track, which is just another amazing win for the D'Amelio sisters.
Absolutely.
Their influence.
Griffin just hit 1.1 mil on his video, but it took him like a few days versus the Noah and Dixie music video remix Would Be Happy that Noah was in. It took them 1 day to hit 1 mil, which look, at the end of the day, like it's not necessarily competition. I mean, it is because it's their job, but I don't want to like make it so much about the views, but I totally agree. I mean, that's exactly what Griffin was trying to do. Again, like I'm glad he said his side of the story, but I'm more glad at the way the D'Amelio sisters have handled it. But I'm also still really confused on Noah and Griffin. Like,
the two, because like, and Noah even said it to the paparazzi. He's like, I'm chill with Griffin. Like I told you this yesterday. Like Noah has no beef with Griffin, but that could also be Noah's personality. Noah could be one of these people that gets along with everyone no matter what. He could be incredibly diplomatic that way. I think that is possible, especially since he's newer to the scene. And, you know, he, like, out of all the TikTok stars, I feel like everyone else that we follow and we talk about here, they've kind of like been in the spotlight for a while, and Noah is like newer, so I think he can't afford to burn bridges. He can't afford to have beef with anyone. I think he has to be unproblematic if he wants to take his career to the next level.
100%. That is true. And I think he does know that. That's a very good point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so moving on, the Hollywood Fix asked Dixie about what she thought about Griffin's diss track and if she can't sleep at night from it, LOL. And Dixie, super sarcastic, said, you know, it's really hard. I can't sleep at night. When the Hollywood Fix asked Charli about what she thought about Griffin's diss track about her sister, Charli had the best unproblematic queen clapback and said, didn't he cheat? Speaking of Charli, you guys, I can't read today. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with me, but here I go. Speaking of cheating, Charli was with Lil Huddy, who allegedly cheated on her. And he was excited to show off his new tattoo to the Hollywood Fix. It's a half sleeve on top of his arm that he just got a few days ago. The tattoo looks like a mix between Hogwarts and Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, it was a really cool tattoo.
It is a really cool tattoo. And it's a very big piece. You know, he really likes it. I think fans like it. I really would love to know more about the meaning behind it. Is it a Disney or Hogwarts, like, you know, nod, or is it just a cool design? Also, I will say that out of everyone who was at this dinner last night, Chase for sure was trying to keep the lowest profile, I would say, out of the rest. I think Noah and Charli and Dixie were a lot more engaging with the fans. And Chase kind of was like, yeah, I'm here, but like, I really don't want to be interviewed. And I do think it's interesting. I think that both what Dixie and Charli said about Griffin was definitely like, I mean, in the coyest and most casual way, a great way to kind of to shade him for what he's done.
Absolutely. I could not agree more. I feel like Chase kind of, speaking of Chase, I feel like he also kind of like keeps it low key. Like I don't think he ever really wants to be in the media so much, you know? If you guys noticed in that video, he was the first one in the SUV. Dixie was like pretty quick behind him, or maybe she was before him. But the point is, those two both last night were not trying to really get into any drama or anything like that. So yeah, but I agree. The tattoo is also very cool. And Chase is just such a little rock star. Like I'm ready for him to like turn into a full blown freaking rock star, you know?
Yeah, where's Chase's music? I mean, he has the look down. Chase really does look like the next hot, like either, you know, just singer, artist, whatever. He was wearing an Iron Maiden shirt and these like really cool like leopard print pants, and he's showing off his new tattoo. Like, yeah, I really do want to see his music, I guess, or hear his music if it's
Me
there.
too.
Also curious, where were you notice all four of them were in this SUV. Where do you think they went after this? They go to Saddle Ranch? Did they go to the D'Amelio's house? They go to the Hype House? Like, again, if they are trying to be like, we're not a couple, like you guys had dinner together and then you all left together. Like if that's not a date, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
They also go to dinner a lot. I'm like, do you guys ever cook at home? They're always out. I'm like, talking about wanting to keep a low profile, there's this thing called cooking and you can do it and it's pretty fun. So actually, for me to say it's fun is wild, but you guys get the point.
Yeah. Do they have like chefs at like the particular houses, like the Hype House, the Sway House? I would imagine they would, but I don't know.
That would be a good investment.
Frat houses have chefs. So
Yeah.
I have a feeling, not to call the Hype House a frat house, but I have a feeling they have a chef. I also have a feeling that the D'Amelios must cook from time to time, or at the very least get takeout. And if Jana is telling you to cook, who just messed up her instant oatmeal, and that is shade. It's time for these kids to learn how to cook. It really is. It really is.
I just feel like if I was that famous, I would want to like cook all the time. I'd be more motivated to cook because I wouldn't want to deal with that. But you know what? That's the other side of it is I think they kind of love it. Like a part of it is like these guys are content creators, you know what I mean? And so they are creating content. They know when they go out, it creates a story. It creates, you know, like they are just always getting ahead of the story. Like even with the music video with Noah and Dixie, that was like completely getting ahead of the story. They were like, you know, in our heads, like that's what I've been planned for months. So them going out to dinner with each other, it's only just like revving up what that was going to be, you know?
And it's part of the job. It's what, I mean, it's what they signed up for. And I think they're aware of it. I think they love their fans. I think they're so happy to see their fans and to sign autographs and to take pictures for sure. So, I mean, I think, yeah, it's definitely anytime you see these TikTokers out, it's a choice, and they know they're going to get interviewed, and they know that the fans are going to mob them, and they're cool with it. Yeah. Because otherwise they would order takeout, or they would go someplace a little bit less high profile, for sure.
Totally.
Well, it was funny because the Hollywood Fix actually almost caught Dixie off guard, admitting that she was dating Noah, which is really funny. Fletcher said, "This is the double date of the century tonight." And Dixie almost was like, but then she caught herself and shook her head once again, confirming that her and Noah are not dating. But it looks like the Hollywood Fix almost got Dixie to confirm that she was on a date before she caught herself. As for what Dixie thinks about the rest of the TikTok tea, like if Bryce and Tessa are dating and all the other stuff that went down this week, Dixie said that she has been sleeping and recovering from her nose surgery, so she missed a lot of the drama, which makes me wonder, do you think Dixie even watched Griffin's diss track? Or do you think that she just was like, I'm not going to deal with it?
I think she had to have at least seen bits and pieces of it, because I know the TikTok room posted a couple clips of it, so I feel like she had to have seen it. I feel like just something like that, you can't really ignore it. I don't know, like if someone made a diss track about Kaylana, I would watch it. I don't know, but
I don't know, but then it's also like reading the mean comments, right? Like if someone wrote a diss track about you, you know it's your ex-boyfriend, and you know everything he's gonna say is like taken out of context and exaggeration and lies. Like, would you get and because the D'Amelios are so unproblematic, would you want to get yourself invested by even watching it, or do you win more if you just, don't even see it at all?
Yeah,
it's
tough. That's a tough thing to like think about, because I think if it was like me or even us, like here right now, like I feel like we would want to know what was said and like what side of the story is he putting out? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I would want to know that if this was my ex-boyfriend who had cheated on me, especially, but there's like a chance she could have started watching this, you guys, and listening to it and then turning it off and being like, I just can't even do this anymore. You know what I mean?
Well, and I will say that the end of the song, there's only like 2 verses in the song. And then after like the first minute, he just keeps on repeating the chorus. So I would almost argue from like a musical standpoint, it's like not a really great song.
I was kind of feeling it, but I don't know. I'm like very into breakup diss tracks. They just like get me going, He was
missing a third verse though. There needed to be another verse where he could have spilled more tea, and instead he just like repeated the chorus over and over again. It makes me think that it was half baked, that he didn't really spend as much time on it, or maybe he didn't have anything to say.
Yeah.
Noah just doesn't even seem uncomfortable by this at all. If I was Noah, I would be so uncomfortable. It's like they have to it's like he has to go hang out with them. He has to work out with them. He has to like maintain that sway boy group love. And I would just be like, this is so awkward. Like you just wrote a diss track knowing that I was either talking to your girlfriend while she was your girlfriend, or right when you guys broke up, I jumped in on that, Friends are not friends. They got really close. So it's like kind of the same thing. Like don't hang out with my ex-girlfriend all the time,
But some people are are just, that stuff doesn't bother them. Like some people are,
Yeah.
I mean, I know I run hot, like I have a temper, I'm aware of that. But like my boyfriend on the other hand is like, nothing bothers him. So I do
Yeah.
think that there's people like that who just, they're like, it's whatever, like maybe we're not seeing the full picture, but something tells me that Noah Beck, I mean, we've compared him to a golden retriever before, and I feel like that is like that is like who he is, that he's just so loyal, he's so kind, and I really don't think that anything bothers him.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I have to say I agree with that.
Yeah, I wish I could be like that because, oh, Lord knows, I not necessarily hold grudges or anything, but it's in my mind. I'll always remember that. So I don't know. Just people like that amaze me because I don't know. Kudos to him that he can, keep like positive and like civil relationships like that, because I feel like with me, like just looking at that situation, I feel like it would just be so awkward for everyone involved. I don't know.
Yeah,
I agree. Like
you can forgive, but you won't forget, right?
Yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I run hot as well, Gabby. Like I don't know. I'd never be chill with that. These kids amaze me. I'm like, wow. I feel like they also all handle things so well, like even the way Chase and Charli hang out, no matter what's going on with them, like if I was Charli, like it'd be hard for me to do that. But, again, you're right. All power to them. This is like fun entertainment for us. Like, so I'm like kind of all here for it, but yeah.
I mean, yes, we are totally here for it, and we see you guys are here for it too. So thank you guys for giving us your comments and what you're thinking about this story. But we really want to know, what do you guys think about this? Do you think that Chase and Charli and Dixie and Noah, are they were they on a double date last night, or are they just a couple of friends hanging out? Let us know what you think, and also about Charli's shade towards Griffin Johnson. Let us know your thoughts. I'm Gabby Conti.
I'm Kaylana Laurie.
I'm Gina Rosenberg, and keep it here on Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news. Bye, guys.